Hello, Klaus here, and welcome back to yet another video. In this video we're going to have a look at the RGB Nano from DigitalFoto. Just a quick disclaimer, this product was sent to me to test out, but I'm going to give you my honest opinion about the product, and I wasn't paid to say anything specific. So this is my honest opinion. So first off, let's have a look at what is in the box. So we're just going to open up the box here, and inside of the box we have a lamp, which is this tiny little lamp. It has a couple of places where we can attach things like a cold shoe or a microphone, stuff like that. We have 3 spots for that. Then at the bottom we have here a pretty standard shoe to put on your camera, so this can be on front of your camera. I don't think that is the most or the best use for this product at all. And then we have here at the middle a power button, and if we pull that down for a couple of seconds, the light will come up and we can then dial it to give it some more power, and then if we click, we can shift through the different modes it has. So it has some modes, not too many, but more about that later. And if we push down the button, it will just turn off. Also included in the pack is of course a USB-C type cable for charging the battery, and that's just to plug it in here and put it in a charger and do that. And then of course we also have a little instruction manual, and this is on Japanese, and there is also a English version, which would be pretty handy if it was a complicated lamp, but it isn't. So the main reason I'm talking about this is because obviously this is not going to light your scene. It is just way too small. But I thought it would be interesting to test out how this would work as either as a fill light, a hair light, or something in a setup, or other things where you can put this little thing. But anyway, let's see what we can do with this little thing. So I'll do some tests, and I'll talk with you along the way. Okay, so now we just switched for a more cinematic look using an anamorphic lens. And again, this has 7 different modes. 1 to 5 is the color temperature. If we push down the button, it will turn on. Again, 1 to 5 is the color temperature, and that'll go from 3200 Kelvin to 6500 Kelvin. And if we turn on the knob, you can turn on the brightness. And again, we can go to the different modes. 5 of them are different color temperatures, as I explained. The 6 is a SOS signal, which is this signal, and you can't change anything by turning the dial. So I don't know how useful that actually would be in your production. The last mode is an RGB mode, and here you can actually change the color values by turning the dial. Again, it's super nice that it's actually here, but it isn't that super useful, I think. But again, nice feature. So where I think this light actually will help you is, for instance, for a setup like this. So here, this is all lit with a DigitalFoto chameleon tube light. So let's see, you could use this as a, for instance, hair light, like I'm doing right here, or you can of course use this also as a fill light to give a little more fill into your image, again, like I'm doing right here. Again, a couple of things to mention is of course that the magnetic on the back are quite useful. Of course, it is not as strong as, for instance, as on the aperture. That is very strong. It will hold the light, and you can place it some cool and unique places. And that is, of course, very useful. One thing I do not like about this thing here is the hot shoe. You can't actually take this off. I would have loved that you could take off this hot or cold shoe, and I think it would have been better like that, but you can't. Also, this light comes in two different versions. This is the KM72A, and there is also a KM72B. And the difference between the two versions is that on the A version you can power it with a USB-C type of cable, and on the B version it's AA batteries. And so if you're going to get one of this, I would get the A version, because I think that is more useful. Other than that, this is a pretty nice little light to have in your camera bag to use for instance, again, hair light, fill light, and other small places where you couldn't fit a bigger light. If you're interested in the light, take a look down in the description below. There will be links. And of course, these are affiliation links. So I'll get a little bit of a kick out of that if you use the link, which I think would be great, but you're not going to pay anything else for the product at all. Anyway, I do hope you found this video useful. If you did, please hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, share it with your friends if you think it would help them out, and if you want to be notified every time there's a new video on this channel, please hit that bell icon down in the corner. Until next time, keep filming, keep learning, and keep sharing.